Shalom, this is Sophia, the AmaruKhan Miriyam, and I have a brief update, something I want to bring up and discuss while I'm in the process of trying to get around town. No beach today, it's raining, so I got to do something else. But I wanted to point out that the energy is really, really rough, right? And I was thinking about why that would be. You know, we're vibrating at a high vibration. What's up with that? Well, as I have previously mentioned, don't forget that a lot of the energy that goes out is just on autopilot. Like, it's not necessarily that people are currently sending black magic to you. That's not how it's working. How it's working is people have set up these things to automatically go. And so if you think about this energy that is coming in right now, the Aries new moon, I didn't get a chance to look up exactly what was going on at that time, but the Aries new moon, whatever spells they did at the new moon, is what is, being hurled at people right now. So this is why you have like blockages to new beginnings, blockages to swift action. For me, I physically feel ill. Of course it's raining, so I can't even engage how I would normally engage with stuff. It's very odd, you know what I mean? And so yeah, I just realized that, okay, this is a combination of what these people sent in Aries season. So, Aries, that's the beginning of the year. That's, that all of that newness energy. So I assume that they were trying to get themselves a reset because this is still in September. And remember, September is the start of their financial new year. So and this process has been going on for a long time. I'm assuming that they thought they was going to get a financial reset right now. And that's not what's happening. What's happening is people, because we're in this fourth dimensional reality and people are firmly secure into the fifth dimension, what they're getting is a lot of that energy coming directly back at them, because energy cannot, the Most High's word will not return to him void. So when you send out black magic, if it can't hit the intended target, it's going to come back to you. It's got to go somewhere. And the place it knows to go is the person who sent it, which is why you have to be very careful with your words and why you say stuff and how you say stuff. So if you feel the energy is really heavy right now, as I am feeling, just keep in mind that these people have been sending out this spell work. And so it's not that the spell work, what does it say? What does someone say? The Most High didn't say the weapons won't form. He didn't say the weapons won't form. He just said whatever weapon forms against you shall not prosper. So it's not that the weapons didn't form. The weapons are forming because these people are still doing this ridiculous black magic, so the weapons are forming, but they just won't prosper. And now they really won't prosper, especially thanks to everybody who showed up for the call last night. It was really tough, but we'll get better at this. This is I'll get better at these kind of personal kind of things, because it's really not my forte. So so it never said that the weapons won't form. It just said that they won't prosper. And so this is where we are right now with this whole with this whole energy thing. It's like what is really literally happening is people, the energy that they sent out in Aries season is coming up. And because this is a full moon, and not just a full moon, a super moon is closer to the planet, that means it's coming up more strongly than it normally would. This is not like, oh, your regular amount of energy, it's popping up, it's this. No, this is more strong than usual. And that's why you have this energy that feels more aggressive than usual, because I'm not used to, even in a new moon, the energy, I started feeling the energy early, but it was more subtle. This is way more aggressive than I expected for the energy to feel. So that's why I was like, oh, let me make a little video and just talk about kind of what is going on, because some of this stuff is like, yeah, if you don't have your mind right going into this weekend, you are, it's going to affect you even worse, because the energy is just, it's really not a normal kind of energy that's coming in. These people have been throwing everything they got at the wall, you know what I mean? Because they don't have no other options. If this stuff doesn't work, if we don't roll over and sit down, literally, they not gonna have nothing. It's gonna be nothing left. And that's where we are right now. We're literally at the point where they're not going to have nothing left. And it's not going to be anything that they can do. It's not going to be anything that can be said, because we've come to take back the power, as I mentioned yesterday. We've come to take back the power. We've got the keys. And basically we're about to start the ignition, and there's nothing that they can do. We've already started the ignition with the new moon in Virgo. They just didn't realize that, because they were expecting by this full moon for this little quote unquote, I guess, rebellion they think that just sprung up would be quashed. And that's not it. We're not going out the same way that our ancient grandmothers did. We're not going out with this whole like, okay, we're going to, we'll just stand and die for our Savior. No, you got a different group right now, and this group is like, no, we have to actually fight back. We can't just sit back and let you all run circles around us. Not this time. So that is what is actually going on. These people, they're really trying to make us, feel crazy. But this is this process of how they always talk about the rubber band being stretched back. And so, like, when it goes boop, it's going to be like, shoom, like full steam ahead. There's nothing that anybody can do to stop anybody. So that was one thing. The next thing I wanted to bring up is I have been, trying to understand why the moon would be so influential. And I heard Repo Man mention something, and it really made me think. It was like, wait a second, I don't know if this is, did I hear him correctly? Because he said that he was talking about the difference in the terms between moon and month, because well, it's not even true, but according to the watchers, the Jewish people do everything by the new moon, but it really means month. And the word is Hodesh. Now, I was like, well, that sounds like the Ruach. What is that? What is going on with that? So I just went and looked up the words, because, it's the Ruach HaKodesh, and there's also the word Hodesh. So it's like, okay, Hodesh is what they use for new moon. So this is how you can see how they may have, this is just, something I'm thinking about. No, I don't have any proof yet. Don't shoot the messenger. But if it's true that the word for moon is Hodesh, then you have the Ruach Hodesh, which is the holy moon. So if the moon is holy, see, they've been telling you, oh, well, yeah, we go by the moon, but, it's just, again, like I said yesterday, it's the moon within the phases. It's like, oh, well, we're just talking about from new moon to full moon in that same month. No, if we're talking about the holy moon, that is kind of like honeymoon. Like, literally, that's the night and then the day. This is like the force of creation. This would make that make sense if we're talking about the holy moon being the night, or representing this turning of the night as in the new moon and the day as in the full moon, or the evening and the morning as the first day. Like, this is how you start to understand or decode what some of this stuff means, which is why you have to hear people say the words. This is just like the whole Zeta Kettle Bob thing. Like, you have to say the word out loud. You have to really think, what does that mean? Why would they say it like that? So the Ruach HaKodesh could be the holy moon. Again, this would be the lunar sphere implanting itself, or directing the way that we operate here on this sphere, which is exactly what happens. I'm not looking at something that is not already in place. This is how it works. The moon the moon controls like everything. It controls the currents. It controls a lot of stuff on this planet. So it is true, or it could be true, that there's a holy moon, which is the one that we're honoring when we use these angels and all this stuff. And there could be a unholy moon, which is the one that they use, the dark side of the moon, that they use to get their kind of stuff done. And especially since we have a lunar eclipse coming up in, like 20 days, not 20, 17 days or so. Yeah, we need to be clear on this. Is the Ruach from the moon? Is the Ruach the relationship between the sun and the moon? Because we have an eclipse coming up. So is the holy matrimony when the sun and the moon eclipse? Like, every new moon is a holy matrimony, right? Because it's when there's no reflection of the sun onto the moon. But then, so is a full moon. And then these eclipses always fall on new moons or full moons, depending on what kind of eclipse it is. And this eclipse that we have coming up is a ring of fire. So all these little, bits and pieces that are kind of floating out there, I just wanted to put them together into a video and put it into the ley line, because I don't quite understand everything, but this is what I'm thinking about. So I am going to do a write-up on this Aries new moon that's coming tomorrow. If people are interested in that kind of stuff, you can sign up for the newsletter. That's going to be in the description. I'm also going to throw it on the Discord server in newsletter content, so you can read it there. You're more than welcome to, join those things or don't join those things. Hate me or love me, doesn't matter to me. I'm just doing the work that needs to be done. So I hope that makes sense to people. I'm going to share some videos that I watched yesterday. I didn't get a chance to share because there was so much going on. I wanted to be prepared. We already scheduled our next meeting. It's going to be on October the 11th at 8 p.m. Eastern. So if you're interested in that, sign up for the newsletter, or on the Discord server. I also put the link. If you have to sign in or sign up for the little call. And that way I know because what I did is after the call, I sent out the information that we discussed so you can have a copy of that. So that's why, I needed to be in a certain way so I can keep track of everybody. Just no other way to do this in any kind of order. It's just going to be total chaos. So that's all. I'm not going to go too long with this. I just want people to put your thinking caps on. This Ruach HaKodesh thing and the Hodesh has really been bothering me ever since I heard him say it. I was like, wait, he said Hodesh. Hodesh sounds like HaKodesh. That's supposed to be the Ruach. Okay, what is going on here? Just what are the versions of the mother? Of course, she's in everything, but this is a bit much even for me. So anyway, I hope everyone has a very good day. It's going to be kind of crazy. Keep your cool. Oh, this is what I want to say. Please don't get no arguments with no Negroes, okay? No arguments with Negroes. I'm telling you, it's not them. It's the energy that has been sent to them, been building up all the way since Aries season. Because you got to think about this. I'm sorry. I was just like, almost done. No. This energy has been building up since Aries season to be sent at these people for it to be perfectly executed now. How is that even possible? How can you you can't avoid that energy. So since you know the energy is going to be sent to you, either transmute the energy. Like me, I'm getting ready to go lay down. It's raining. I'm tired. I'm just going to go lay down. It has nothing to do with the Meraki blue because my brain feels sharp, but my body feels exhausted. So I'm going to lay down. I'm going to take my Meraki blue, but I'm going to lay down and rest my body. It's not even my mind at this point. It's my body that's like, okay, all right, you still doing this? Okay, your body is not, my body's not equipped for what my mind can do anymore. So that's a whole nother set of issues I gotta get together within myself. So anyway, please don't argue with nobody. If you can, be to yourself. If you're going to do the, the experiment with us tomorrow, you can fast. That's my suggestion. I'll definitely be fasting because number one is Sabbath. Number two is, Orthodox fast on Fridays anyway. So it just lines up just perfectly. So, this energy is coming and it's not going to be pleasant for a lot of people. So I just suggest you take it easy. That's why I made this video. These Negroes, these people out here in these streets, they don't even know what's going on. Take it easy, okay? That's my suggestion. That's what I'm going to be doing. I'm not going to get out here and inflame anybody and all of that. I'm going to keep my mouth shut more than likely. Just say what needs to be said, except for I wanted to get this out. Get your mind wrapped around who is the Ruach HaKodesh? And why is Hodesh so close to HaKodesh? It's like almost a short version because it's a H, O, and then dash. Hodesh versus H, O, HAKO dash. HaKodesh. So it's too close for it to not be related in some way. Whether they'll ever admit it or not, I don't know, and I don't care. So, I see any new updates, any important little tidbits, I'll just pop in and drop a video. Otherwise, everybody they sent a lot of energy at us in the new year. Especially this new year, they sent a lot of energy at us. We really got to keep it easy. So, shalom everyone, and I'll see you in the next video.